3, 2, 1. Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Ace Twan.
Yes, sir. You know what time it is? I'm the voice of the South. Q Smitty with Polar Jocks giving you that cool rush. You know what to do. Make sure you turn that like button blue. Hit the subscribe button. Comment down below. All of my icebreakers out there. Tell another icebreaker that Polar Jocks is the spot to be, man. We got a very special guest in the building. Tell it, Twan.
Yep, man. Very special guest. I'm talking about she's an influencer. She's an artist. And man, this girl, goddamn, she do it all, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, she's real. She's a real hustler. And I just found out when she walked in, she actually got another profession. You know, we're gonna get into that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to introduce you, Big Let in the cut.
Yes, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, we got Big Let's in the building, man. So, how you feeling, Big Let's?
What's happening? It's your boy Ace Twan, one half of Polar Jocks. This segment is brought to you by Refresh Clothing. Yep, that's right, man. The #1 clothing store in the city. Now, you looking to get fresh. You trying to get clean. You going to a special type of event. This is a spot you need to come to. Refresh Clothing is real unique. You want to know why it's so unique? Because once you buy an outfit, once you get a fit, you will not see it on 1,000 more people. You the only one that's gonna have that fit, all right? Because when they restock, they don't restock the same type of outfits. It's a different style, it's a different look. That's why you need to pull up on Refresh Clothing. And I'm talking about deals on top of deals, crazy deals. You know the World's Games is coming in June. You're gonna wanna look good. This is a spot you need to come to, man. Refresh Clothing. We'll see you soon. Brought to you by Polar Jocks. Now back to the show.
I'm feeling great, but tired.
Tired.
Mm-hmm.
So
Tired of getting that money?
Nah, just tired. Like, your body gonna tell you when you tired. Like, I go to the gym, I go to work, and I do this shit all over again. But I'm getting to that point where I'm like, I need to take a break, like slow down a little bit.
So I know you're in a lot of different professions. So which one are your main focus? Because you got like what four hustles.
Yeah. My main focus right
on?
now is definitely my music career. Working on that and really just trying to make that my main focus. Not having to have other focuses, but other than that, I'm also focusing on cosmetology and building my clientele and trying to get a good retention with that for sure.
Gotcha. Now, before we get into the cosmetology, let's get into the music aspect. What type of artist would you label yourself as?
As far as genre?
I said genre and a female artist.
Genre, I'd probably say like a hip hop R&B type of girl. I feel like I'm real different. I don't really talk about the same stuff that everybody's been talking about lately, like, you know.
Question, if you had to name a rapper off the top of your head, who's your favorite rapper? Who is it?
Definitely J. Cole.
J. Cole, okay. I can see that, you know what I'm saying, because you're lyrical, you know, and when I listen to your music, you actually have words to say.
Yeah, before I was Alexis the rapper, I was Cold World Alexis.
Cold World Alexis.
Until I was like, okay, I'm kind of getting serious with this. Like, you know, if I was trying to hit me up and book me, I need to, like, focus on myself and possibly try to get signed. So I had to disconnect. Okay, that's my favorite rapper, and everybody knows you as this, and start all over again, in my opinion.
Right.
And go by Alexis the rapper.
BJ 23 Birmingham kickoff party is going down Saturday night, August 6th from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. in Las Vegas. Hosted by Roy Wood Jr.
What is going on, NABJ fam? It's your boy Roy Wood Jr. representing my hometown of Birmingham.
And Eunice Elliott.
What's up, NABJ? It's your girl, Eunice Elliott.
With a guy versus girl DJ battle with Chris Coleman and DJ Chocolate.
Les is the rapper. Okay. So do you have a team, or you just doing this all solo right now?
Solo, and that's why I'm tired. Cause not only am I working on like my career field, which is the cosmetology, I'm also like maintaining my social media, booking my own shows, having these conversations with different people on my own. I don't have a second or third party. Which I'm not saying I'm not looking for one. It's just I'm real careful with that type of stuff.
Something that's going to match your style.
Yeah, and it's a money gouging generation. Like, people always just looking for a come up rather than not realizing it was a long time I wasn't making no money with this shit. So, like, you got to kind of work with me, you know.
You got to work,
I got you. Like, everybody know that they going to be straight once I get to where I want to be. But it's just like some people don't want to wait for that. A lot of people aren't patient enough.
You know how it is nowadays. Our society.
Do you agree with Glorilla when she, you know, was looking for an assistant, was willing to pay her
that
like
shit is a lot. How, like, it's just sitting back now thinking about it that you're talking about. It's just a lot. Like having to respond to those DMs, having to repost. Like I have a lot going on. Like I'm on a podcast, and then I got shows coming up. I got 2 shows within the next 2 weeks. I got one this Saturday, one next Sunday. So it's like keeping up with all that stuff, and then having to promote while working and doing heads and stuff like that'd be a lot of shit. But I mean, I can't be too mad because that's what I had asked to be on my plate. So you can't ask for something and then be mad when it's on your plate. You just gotta eat it. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Now, with everything you got going on right now, Gorilla said she'll pay someone $500. I think it's like $500 a week. Now, would you do that if you was in somebody else's shoes and you wasn't an artist? Would you do everything she said and she had a list? Would you do that for $500 a week?
I probably would.
Because you also, not only are you doing it for $500 a week with her,
but if in somebody's shoes,
a whole lot of different people, though. You're
about to say,
networking.
In somebody else's, fuck somebody else's shoes, shit. My shoes, like, shit, I'm going to be on the road, go real. I'm going to optimize off the opportunity. I'm going to make sure like, I lock in with her and let her know like, I'm not no groupie, I ain't no fan. I'm just trying to see the lifestyle behind the scenes.
You're not going to be sleeping on the streets and none of that. You're going to have someone.
I work in the club. Like, I work in the club to network. So if I could be in a place where I'm with Glorilla and being able to network, okay, I'm throwing all that away. Like, fuck the club right at that point.
So it won't be about the money to you.
Nah, it's more. I'm like somebody said, always be ready to learn. Always be a learner. Always try to be a student. So I would be trying to learn off of that. And I feel like he said, there's so many different people. You don't never know who you might meet, and they see you and they be like, you different. Like whenever you know what you are, what your potential is, you know that somebody else gonna see your value.
Right.
So when it comes to music, like I want to get deeper into it, how did you get into rapping? Because, you have a very unique style. It sounds like you studied the craft, you know what I'm saying? Where did this all come from?
I started rapping when I was 9 years old. My mom had a studio set up in her house. We had to run up the stairs just to go and punch in and stuff. So it was just a lot. But I started at 9 years old, made my first rap. It's called I Just Want to Be Me. And I was just kind of speaking stuff into existence, but some of the stuff wasn't with the plan that God had planned for me, but it was along them lines. Basically, I was just saying I just want to be successful. So I feel as though at 9 years old, I kind of manifested the stuff that is beginning to happen to me. But about 9 years old, I made that, and after that, I kind of stopped rapping because I was 9. So I'm like, I want to blow. Like, I want to be like Justin Bieber. Like, I'm thinking I'm gonna blow after one video. It didn't blow.
Yeah.
The kids at school was laughing at me, so I was like, cool. I'm gonna relax. So then, whenever I moved to Alabama from California in 2015, I had no friends. I know nobody. I was this light-skinned, what they gonna say, light-skinned girl with the green eyes. So they thinking I'm so-and-so sister and brother who I ain't never met. So they not trying to talk to me.
Right.
I had made a rap and it was called The Weekend Remix. It went viral. And that's kind of how I started getting like a fan base and started seeing people like really digging me. Like they were liking my style. They were saying just things that I needed to hear. So I just kept on making videos. They got viral. Plies reposted me at one time. I did a Real Hitter remix with him and Kodak. I did a little remix. He reposted me. So it was like just generating a crowd.
Yeah.
Then, of course, fell in love. So stopped rapping for a little bit.
Yeah.
But then once I got back on my feet, it just started being in a roll. And once I got back on my feet, I told myself I was never going to fall off again because the people who really supported me, they came back. And it's kind of different when they come back. Because, once somebody falls out, they like, nah, we not.
It's over with.
Yeah, it's over with. But they still there. Like, they're like, I remember when you was making raps in the car. I remember when you was in your bedroom rapping. It's just, yeah.
So how is that Cali vibe, like, as an artist? And I know you stayed up there that where you grew up at.
I was there for 7 years. Cali vibe definitely, when I came down here, was a culture shock because it's just so different down there. There's just so much more advanced than down here. It's like kind of like West Coast. It always starts the stuff and then it like makes its way down here. Yeah,
I noticed that when I was over there.
When I came down here, I was just like, whoa, because Cali is just vibes. Like, you got them weird people here and there, but it's just
you got the
vibes.
palm trees, you got the beautiful weather. What part of Cali were you at?
To do. I was in San Diego.
Okay.
Spring Valley, San Diego.
Good city.
Yeah, shit to do up there then.
The beach, 25 minutes, 30 minutes away, like vibes.
So getting paid as an artist, your first check as an artist, how was that feeling? Somebody asked you, I want to give you money to perform at our spot.
That feeling was definitely good. Now, when I went to perform, it didn't have the outcome that I thought, but I brought a lot of people.
Gotcha.
The club just didn't do their job, but they didn't tell me like it was a shooting and stuff. But shit, I was just happy I got paid. Like the fact that I told somebody a price and they actually was like, okay, sent the deposit. I'm like, okay, like this getting a little sweet.
Yeah, because they ain't got nothing to do with you. The club,
yeah, that wasn't my first time getting paid, but it was my first independent booking, not being in a group or in a showcase. So. The other ones, you know, the checks wasn't as big because, I mean, you starting off. I'm not there for the money. So.
Right.
Now, when you were in Cali, did you do any music work out there?
Not like my own raps or anything, but I was in a performing arts academy called John Robert Powers, and I did performing arts such as dancing, modeling, singing, acting, and that's where you basically go and you learn all of these things, and then you get to be able to go in front of agencies, and one of the agencies can possibly scout you out, or you know, you just keep going to the auditions until somebody scouts you out. So I wasn't really focused on the music back then. I was focused on modeling and acting more so.
So technically, you grew up in creativity.
I sang, and my dad was a pastor, like I said, world preacher. So I always was in the choir. I always had to do a lead song. I always praise dance. So it's always just been in me. When I was 4 years old, they got me a karaoke set. Like it's just little stuff that kind of like added on to the dream. But yeah, I did that, and I got signed to 2 agencies, and I think I only made money from 1 gig. But I say that to say, like, you know, it really don't be about the money. Like when you really love something, when you really love something, you gonna cherish every moment of it. Like knowing that somebody sees your potential just a little bit, that's a push for you.
So, I mean, I want to get a little bit deeper, you know what I'm saying? Because you are always referred to as a light-skinned girl with the green eyes, you know what I'm saying? And your eyes are intense. So, but you know, not just the color, but it's like, I feel like you've seen things, you know what I'm saying, that have made them intense, you know what I'm saying? So, like, through this music and the creativity of your life, like, what would you say has impacted you? And, like, what are some things that you've seen or have noticed in your life that has impacted you creatively?
Really just since I was born. Like I was born into a sticky situation. So when you're born into a sticky situation, it's kind of hard to beat the odds because the odds are stacked up against you from the start. So my parents, they were divorced when I first was born. So, you know, growing up, I really don't remember too much happy times, or like, I don't know what a mom and a dad was. I mean, a husband and a wife was supposed to look like. I really didn't know what a mom and a dad was supposed to look like because they was just trying to figure it out. Feel like that's really pushed me to make my music, tell my story, because I know that's a lot of people who could relate. It was tough. I think the toughest time in my life was when my dad got cancer. And right before he got cancer, him and my stepmom got a divorce. So we had to move. It was just a lot going on. And I was only in like 7th or 8th grade. So I was like wild, and like I lived how people do in college and like high school. I lived that in like middle school because I was hanging with older people, because then nobody in 7th, 8th grade gonna have no damn advice for nobody family going through no divorce or their daddy got cancer. The landlord calling me on my phone. Like people don't understand that shit unless they in a.
Because a lot of times, who you surrounded with, they probably going through the same exact thing. So and they only know what they know either. And
that's what I was hanging around was the people who was going through the same. So although our way of coping with it wasn't the best, partying and all that shit, I'm kind of glad I got it out the way. So I'm not too hype in my 20s. Like all that shit really just, if I want to go out, I'm gonna go out. But it's not that big of a deal. Like I'm not pressed to go out.
Now you can actually focus.
Yeah. And I'm happy I went through that stuff at a young age, but I've definitely been through a lot. Got my heart broken a few times, lost loved ones who I thought would like make it to me when I got kids and go get married and stuff, lost them early. So I feel like a lot of that stuff just ties into motivating me. Yeah.
Because of the song Diarrhea, do you feel like that came from a place of like, you know, frustration and stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely. Because somebody else asked me, they're like, the Diarrhea song, like, what was your thoughts? And I'm like, I honestly don't even remember what was going through my mind. But at the end of the day, like I tell people when I'm about to open up a show, look, I don't want to die. But if I die, at least I know I'm going to die real. But I could see a lot of anger inside of my music. That's why I'm trying to calm myself down. Like, And I feel like I'm young too, so I try to talk my shit right now, so that whenever I get older, you know, they know like, okay, she was young. Like, I'm aware of what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I'm gonna do what I want to do regardless. But I got a plan, so it just makes sense to me.
So what do you do for self-release? Like, do you like get into a place where you by yourself? What do you do for as an outlet?
Other than make music, that's my problem. I do have a big problem upon like not talking about my issues and stuff. That's just because I really just, I know it's gonna be better days. Like, so I feel as though I don't try to hold myself too much in the moment, the temporary feeling that I'm feeling, because I know that that's just a temporary feeling. Yeah. And even if it's not a temporary feeling, I'm gonna tell myself that, because I don't want to get stuck in that hole.
That's true.
And I suffered with depression real bad in middle school. So like, yeah, like real bad. Like, I didn't want to be here type shit. And I had went viral off of rap too, when I was just talking about that and like having suicidal thoughts and stuff, which I'm good now. I'm in a way better place. Yeah. But it's just being self-aware and just knowing that you could go back to that mindset, but you have to be stronger than your thoughts sometimes. But yeah, and my mom, she apologized to me one time because like when I was younger too, like how I'm talking now and express myself, I've always been like this. But my parents, they were going through so much, they were raised differently, that whenever I did express myself, mother, father, grandpa, grandma, they didn't want me to express myself because in their eyes I was being disrespectful.
Hold it in, you know.
And
don't tell nobody.
Right. Yeah. You being disrespectful. You think you grown. No, I'm just being honest, and you can't handle that. Like,
right. It tearing them up for you being honest.
Right.
If I'm gonna say, even if you had to talk to yourself to get that shit out, it's good to do that, because as time goes on, you keep it in. That's how you explode on somebody or some shit. You know, I don't know. It can be massages. It can be goddamn working out. It can be.
No, I do work out though. I feel like that is a low key release.
Working out feels so good, you know. So once you're done, you know, it burns. It burns, but after the burning, it's fine, you know.
Yeah, mentally, you know, writing it. You can write things down sometimes and rip it up.
Yeah, I have taken up journaling too. So, now I'm thinking about it. I just don't be consistent with the shit. That's my problem. Like, I'll find different stuff to do and not be consistent with it, and then end up going and building up the pressure again.
But you got a lot going on, man. I see it bright. You got some bright things going on. But let's go on transition to the cosmetology. So, who hair did you start on first? Who had you messed up first? And go ahead and get into that.
Well, before I started cosmetology, I only did lashes. I never had touched a head a day in my life. I always did my own hair when I was in high school. Yeah. But once I graduated, the pressure was kind of hard because everybody really wanted me to go to college, because all of my siblings had been to 4 years college, getting their majors and doctrines and all that stuff. Once I finished high school, I was like, fuck no. Like, this shit is overrated. Like, everybody got me fucked up. Like, I hated high school. Like, excuse my language, but I hated high school. It was real bad. So I didn't know what I was going to do. I was doing the lashes. I'm like, I'm not really feeling this. So I was working at Seafood King. I became assistant manager right before the pandemic. Right. And then that's whenever I was like, okay, I'm going to go to cosmetology school, because my sister had just graduated. So I went ahead and enrolled. I was like, well, you know, at least I'm doing something. Like, they can't say Lex failed. Like, that's really what my mind was. I wasn't even going in there thinking I was become a cosmetologist or nothing. I'm like, let me do something. Right. So I went and did that. Ended up falling in love with the craft, falling in love with doing hair. Started assisting at the salon that my boss owns, which she also owns the cosmetology school I went to. Shout out to Black-owned businesses. And yeah, once I did that, I just fell in love with the craft and being inside the salon, getting the vibes. I'm like, okay, I kind of like this. And then just being able to turn people beautiful or make them feel beautiful, because people are already naturally beautiful when they come in there. But just to make somebody feel beautiful and see their confidence level go up just made me feel like, okay, I'm actually good at this, so let me take it serious. And that's what I did.
You know, when I look at go to the barbershop and I just look at, you know, black people get lineups and stuff like that, I'm like, dang, black people are creative as hell. Like, who would have thought, you know, back in the day, we used to have them ugly ass hairstyles, you know what I'm saying?
It was going to be what it's going to be.
Perm back and slick back and all that stuff like that. But over time, you know, somebody thought about, look, we got to edge these motherfucking heads up. You know what I'm saying? Like, put the fade in there. You know, that's creative. They don't even got
the white lines.
Yeah, the white lines. Yeah, the Beijing, all types of stuff.
Shout out to niggas that be in Beijing.
Oh, man. I see y'all sweating that shit out.
The white lines need to relax, though.
Yeah.
I don't like
the white lines. You don't like that?
I don't like when
look
it
like
be
a crime scene on your motherfucking head.
Or like a fucking parking spot. Like, that's
that shit bad. Like,
too white. Like, I can understand, like, a little bit, but, like, too white. Like, it made me want to go up to your head and just...
My forehead in a chalkboard bed. Like, you over here just...
I don't know who made that shit cool, first of all. I don't know where that shit came from, you know.
I mean, it's cool to put it on there, but sometimes they be putting that shit, they be holding your head and shit, like, be pressing on your head when you be trying to put that shit on. I'm like, man, come on, dog. I don't need all that. But
big legs.
Also, another thing you do, you know what I'm saying? You pouring it up for them, you know what I'm saying? I want to know, like, icebreaker question. What's the craziest situation you've been in, you know, as a bartender?
I'm a waitress. I don't bartend. But craziest, I done had crazier stories inside the hair salon than at the club, honestly. Now, I done had somebody burn me with their black and mild. They was feeling the song too much, dancing with their girl, and, like, literally just... And I was like, what is happening? Like... So I went and told somebody, I was just so mad. I went and told somebody, I'm like, yo, friend burnt me. Like, that was probably my craziest experience. Oh, I got burnt on my face with a coal, the top of the coal.
You might get security.
I be moving too fast. I'm real clumsy too.
Goddamn.
But it's not on my face, so, you know, I wasn't even too mad. But definitely was a crazy situation.
Yeah, you don't want to be out here like Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying, having your face and hair burnt up and stuff, you know.
How long you been a waitress?
A waitress? Yeah. Well, at the club since like 2021.
Okay, so you kind of recently just
started. Yeah, when I turned 21, it was up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, as a waitress, like, do you know, do the whole flashy bottles and stuff? Do they teach y'all to do that, or is that something y'all just, like, kind of fall into doing?
They teach you, but then they'll teach you, but it's not like a deep thing. It's more like, you know, watch us, you know, and then whenever it's your turn, you know, do it just like us. So, yeah, that's about it. I enjoy it, though. I just like being in that type of crowd because I feel as though that's what my life is going to hold. Not like being out every night, but being in those atmospheres, just getting used to different personalities because people be fucking drunk. And that's one thing, too, like dealing with people drunk. I already know how to deal with different people while they sober, which is what I learned in the hair salon. But, like, dealing with people drunk, in my mind, like I said, I have a plan. So everything that I do, it makes sense. Like, I'm really trying to discipline myself in different ways while also trying to make money. Yeah. Type shit.
So you pretty much learn how to read body languages and things that way. Okay.
I definitely can read a room, but everybody always is like, I can't read you. Like, they can't read me.
What's your sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
I say that's some Aquarius
that
shit.
Makes sense. Like, the Scorpios, they're real deep, intense.
Yeah.
My brother's a Scorpio, so I already know how y'all are.
The best sign.
Oh, I wouldn't say all that. You know, we definitely, you know, the Leos, you know what I'm saying, we lead the way with everything.
They say Leo lying, that's alone.
Nah.
They lie.
We don't lie, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just
Aquarius Nation.
do our thing, you know? We just out here. Yeah. Hey, we gonna keep it, you know, growing with everybody.
We got Bit Let's in the building, y'all, man. So what we got up? We got next Bit Let's in the future. What we looking forward to?
We're looking forward to more content. We're looking forward to more music. I have so much music in the vault. I'm just, like I said, very strategic. So I try to make sure everything makes sense before I release it. Then with me being my own manager and my own everything, it just takes a little time, more time than I would like. But luckily, I was taught that patience is a virtue.
Right.
So sometimes your timing, like I said, is not always God's timing. So you just got to relax and go with the vibes. But I got shows coming up. I got a show. Well, I'm performing in Cali next week, which is something I could check off on my my future board, my dream board.
Yeah, vision board.
My vision board. Yeah. There's the word. Thank you.
Bringing it into manifestation, you know.
Right. Got a show this weekend. Got a show on the 25th. Shout out to Birmingham. Definitely just appreciate the support. I'm not really from Birmingham, but everybody be telling me, like, you might as well just say you from Birmingham. I've been living here for 4 years now, but.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You part of it.
Yeah.
Part
So
of the
I really just enjoy the fact that Birmingham has welcomed me in so kindly. You know, people might say whatever they say behind closed doors, but shit, you fuck with me in my face, so I appreciate that.
Right.
Like, that's enough for
Birmingham,
me.
I was talking to somebody today about Birmingham. I said, man, Birmingham ain't a bad place, bro. This shit actually straight down here.
It is, and that everybody who's been
like-
living here, I'm like, I fuck with Birmingham.
Right,
Like,
right.
Once you get into the underground
It's
scene
like,
in Birmingham,
bruh,
you straight.
This shit ain't
It's
bad.
the underground scene.
And I think it's the people when they keep telling me like, man, why you move from Atlanta to Birmingham? Like every time I say I'm from Georgia or something, they ask me 1,000 questions like, why you moved to Birmingham? I said, man, y'all motherfuckers sitting on the gold mine and y'all don't even know it. Like literally, there's opportunities here left and right.
Man, Atlanta, you know, is kind of fading away musically because YSL, ever since that Rico happened, the culture of Atlanta is basically just.
They still got that heat.
They still got that heat, but
They
they can't be too hot because that
They
Rico
still
gonna
got
come for them. You know what I'm saying? So these other cities right now, they really starting to shine more. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Birmingham, once Birmingham gets, you know, where it's supposed to be going, it's going in the right place. You know what I'm saying? Once we get there, I feel like we'll be where Atlanta was. But city,
Birmingham
you know
gonna
what I'm
come with
saying?
it. I ain't gonna lie.
Birmingham been coming with
They
it
gonna have
though.
to come with it.
Shoot, they got Janet Jackson coming out this motherfucker.
They gonna have to
Lil
come. But see,
Wayne.
now it's starting to sprout far as getting noticed and seen and people coming to visit and people seeing what type of talent coming here. But like far as the artists, I feel like they don't want it enough.
They don't.
And I'm gonna say this on Front Street. I don't feel like the artists want it enough here. Cause I've been here 6 years and I told at least probably like 15, 20 artists about a campaign, a simple marketing campaign. Not one done it yet. And it's the same shit that artists been doing all over different cities past, 15, 20 years. They hadn't done it yet. Every time I see them, they on the same shit. I was like, man, y'all niggas just don't get it, man. But the ones that do get it start to pop. You know, they sprout. You got people like, goddamn, they're from Alabama, you know, like Cinco, goddamn, Bam. And I can go on, and list can go on. Like, those kind of people get it, but I also, too, had some investors. But I feel like the artists that come in the city, they get more notice. Like, that's not from here. Like, something about you that you're not from here, people gravitate towards you more. And I guess because you're a new face, you know what I'm saying, people want to get to know you or whatnot, but it's just, when you ain't from here, it's just different. And then you come with a work ethic, it's even more different, you know. So I think it's really boiled down to the work ethic. I feel like if Birmingham artists click and link in and really tap into their work ethic, this shit can change.
But I also think it's we don't have enough, I guess, enough people in a good position of leadership to say, okay, I'm going to get you signed or try to get you to talk to the manager of Empire Records. Or I'm going to get you, like, for instance, like Wise Baby, when he had that whole music consultation thing at, workplace. That was something that I feel like we should have been had here. You know what I'm saying? We should have been had people like consulting.
And that was an
with us and
opportunity
telling us,
I
you know.
beat
And
myself
you were there,
up
you know,
about not taking.
Were you able to network with anybody, or you? Just,
I was able to network, yeah, but I was more like kind of mad about myself not going and just doing what I had to do to get on there.
Like that, we need more of that. You know what I'm saying?
Where he from though?
Hawaii, he's from Florida.
Exactly.
You know, so we need more of that here. You know what I'm saying? We need
I
more
thought
of
he
those
was from here.
positions.
That's crazy.
Nah.
He's from Florida, but like, you know, he brought a guy who's a manager at Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? I still keep in touch with him to this day.
Oh
you know
yeah, I
what I'm
went and
saying?
talked to them. I was like,
know,
let me just
like,
bring your name back.
That type of stuff. I feel like once they can see that type of stuff more often, then Birmingham will be like, oh, okay, now we can take this more seriously. But, you know, it just all comes with, you know, them having to show that they got something to offer, you know, and Big Lex here to show it.
Right. Like you said,
man.
a work ethic really comes with a lot of patience, and a lot of people are lacking patience in this life.
Lacking patience, man.
Everybody get it fast, so they think that that's how their pace is supposed to go.
For sure, man. Big Les, we appreciate you for pulling up, man. You gotta tell everybody where to find you at, cause I know you on the road, goddamn. You on the roller coaster.
Find me on every platform. Oh, wait, that's what you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. On every platform at Alexus the Rapper, ALEXUS the Rapper. You can find me on all music platforms at ALEXU with $. And yeah, if you want to look up some more information, just go ahead and Google me.
I'm ready for that project. I'm ready
yes,
for it.
You can also find me on Righteously the Podcast. I'm in there. We always laugh and talking shit, speaking on real topics. And yeah.
Before we get ready to get up out of here, you got to tell them what's your booking price, man?
My booking price.
What's the booking price right now? You want to keep it?
It's TBD. You got to just DM me. DM me, or you could
there
check me out on my bio. It got my email on there. Go ahead and email alexustherapper@gmail.com.
There you go. And she ain't just coming by herself either. She bringing the whole goddamn team.
Man, for real.
The girl got real followers. She ain't by them. Them motherfuckers real.
Right.
It's Polar JoQs, man. We appreciate y'all for locking in. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, YouTube channel. Also follow on all social media platforms. Polar JoQs. You already know what's going on. It's your boy Ace Twin.
Yeah, Q Smitty, keep it cool, keep it smooth.
You dig? And we got